Salute. On guard. Fight. Keep going. We didn't like it. Reset. Shallows. Shallows. Kill shots. Kill shots? You don't like the quality of the cut? All right, let's continue. We're going to keep going from 2-0. Ready? Fight! Reset. Shallows. No new ones. Still 2. Shallows. Still 0. Kill shots. Kill shots. The thrust from 6. The score is 2 for 23. 0 for 6. Kill shot from 6. Thank you. That's back.
Hey guys, it's Dakota, and this video is going to be a little different, not only because this is probably the most work I've ever put into a single video editing-wise, but the rule set for this tournament is going to be a little different. Normally in HEMA, and in my previous videos, when someone gets touched, the judges call hold and you reset. And that keeps repeating until one fighter on one side gets a certain number of points and wins the match. But in this format, in this tournament, it's continuous fencing, meaning you just keep going until either 3 points are scored or someone gets a kill shot, which is any blow to the head or a thrust to the torso. So the rule set is a little different here. Some of these matches are going to be really short because, if 2 people step forward and someone gets an immediate kill shot, well, the match is over right then and there, and there's no chance to, really adapt or come back. You're dead. You're done. So I'm just going to do a little commentary on each match, probably after it happens. I didn't know how to do it at first. I didn't want to have commentary running during the matches because I wanted people to be able to hear the fight and just focus on that. And if I have anything to say, I will just put in a clip and speak about it after the match, probably with an image from the fight that I think is, interesting or whatever. This will probably be the longest voiceover I put in. This is also kind of just an intro to the video. So from now on, I'm just gonna just talk about the fights. So enjoy.
Shallows against 9. Deep against 18. Deep against 9. Shallows. 15 on deck. Shallows. Kill shots. Kill shots. 13 and 14 agree. On deck. So the score is 2 for 23, 0 for 4. Win by kill shot for 4. Judge, are you ready? 15, are you ready?
So for this one, note the weird kicking the sword thing that this guy did at the start of the fight. I've fought this guy before at a couple, not I don't think in tournament, but at a couple different hangouts. And he's always doing weird shit. This dude's really cool. After this happened, he came up to me and he just laughed and he's like, "Yeah, sorry, man, I had to try it." So I'm like, okay, well, yeah.
On guard. Fight. Get 14 to sword, number 9. Number 9. kill shots. Win by kill shot with the rest to 23. Score 1-0 for 2. That makes sense? I'm sorry. I can't.
I feel like it's just my luck that my first win of this video in this tournament, it happens with my back to the camera. You can't really see it here, but at this moment, my point is in his chest. I remember just sending it when it happened. I was really thirsty for a win after the first 2 losses and starting off the tournament bad. So I don't know. Nothing really to say about this match, but yeah.
On guard. Fight! Shallows, kill shots. Agreed. 0-0. Win by kill shot to 27. From 27.
So I said at the start of the video that some of these matches end real quick, and there's a couple of these. It always feels bad when this happens, but sometimes in a format like this with kill shots, you just go forward, miss, and then die. I mean, it's historically accurate. If I'm going to talk about the rules for a moment, I think from a fencing perspective, this rule set is maybe a little... Not from a fencing perspective. From a historical perspective, I feel like this rule set is maybe a little bit better. But from a sport/game perspective, I think it's a little worse. And I do like this rule set in this format. I'm not complaining about it, but the lack of ability to adapt to your opponent, like it's not like I can reset and be like, oh, okay, this is how this guy fights. Here's kind of what he is doing. Here's his stance. Like, let me go from there, and I've got, a couple more chances to turn it around. Like, no, I go forward, I missed, he chopped my fucking neck or whatever. I'm dead. And it looks like maybe this was a double, like we got each other, but if you watch the clip, he decidedly hit me in the head before I get my point on him. So kudos to this guy.
Salute. I'm gone. Fight. Reset. I called hold because I heard a judge call hold. Do we agree with that hold? All right. Shallows. Kill shots. To the head. Okay. 0-0. Win by kill shot to 23. Death 25. Got it.
So this is actually an extremely confusing fight to watch. I felt like in the moment I convincingly won this fight, and I did win this fight on paper. But upon rewatch, I'm not so sure. It actually looks like at one point he does get the point of his sword on my chest. Now that comes at the expense of kind of just sticking his left arm out to block me from hitting him, which you're not supposed to do. But I don't know. And then I wring myself out afterwards while I'm backpedaling. I don't really know what to think of this fight, but I'll take it because there's definitely, HEMA's an imperfect sport, and this is a private personal channel. I'm not really blasting this out to anybody, so forgive me for complaining about judging, I guess. But I mean, there's some matches that I got robbed of later in this tournament, and I'll take it here. But hey, I don't know. At the time when I did the match, I did think I convincingly won it, but I don't know. I step out of the ring. It looks like he stabs me, but he is blocking my sword by just kind of sticking his left arm out. Now, not intentionally. I don't think he was trying to bend the rules or anything. He was going for a grapple. But yeah, this is an interesting fight. I felt like a badass at the end, wringing myself out aside, but how I was blocking his sword at the end of the fight. And I did think he was cooked. I thought I beat him. So I don't know. It's hard to tell on a rewatch, but it looks like I got my point on him at his torso, and that was a kill shot. So another win for me, I guess.
23. Yeah, going different order. Salute. On guard. Fight.
Got it.
Thank you.
Man, I did want to beat this individual. This guy is really good. And I had trained and had in mind specifically that I wanted to win a match against this person in tournament. They're very, very skilled. And I'm afraid of them, honestly, which is why you can see at the start of the fight, I just kind of started with a flurry of cuts. I think it was like 3 or 4 cuts because I didn't want to give him the chance to hit me because I knew he was going to if I didn't end him quickly. And it looks like I was right, but it looked like a valiant effort from me. I almost did get him to ring himself out, but he had good control, good spacing, didn't take the bait, and punished me. I thought I gave him a good fight. I could have won this, but I just couldn't eke it out. So that's unfortunate. But I was really looking forward to this one. This guy's really good.
Are you ready? Yes. Salute. I'm gone. Fight. Yes. Challenge. Challenge. Yes, I agree. Kill shots. Kill shots. Victory to 23 by kill.
Yep.
Point score is 1-2.
Got it. 16-28.
Man, I kind of don't feel good about this win upon rewatching because it looks like maybe it should have been a double, as you see in this image. I do remember I felt confident about the win as it happened, and maybe what's happening here is my sword is on his neck and his sword is just on my forearm. It's hard to tell from this angle in the footage. But I did want to say I noticed this individual because before I fought him, I was looking at the stances he uses. And he does have a very kind of unique way of holding his sword and kind of approaching you. And I think noting that and thinking about what I was going to do when I fought him beforehand was really helpful to me here. He started with the one-handed thrust, which I parried perfectly, but I couldn't punish, unfortunately. But luckily, I was still able to get the win here. So interesting fighting style, fun fight. Yeah, props to this guy as well.
Fight! Hold! Shallows. Shallows. Kill shots. Kill shots. Point total 1-0. However, kill. Sorry. Victory to 15, death to 23.
Got it.
Thank you.
13-25.
Not much to say about this fight. Unfortunately, it's another one where I just go in, miss, and immediately get hit in the head and lose. And it always sucks when that happens, but it is really satisfying when you do it to somebody else. Now, I didn't have a lot of long exchanges in this tournament, and I feel like maybe this is a good opportunity to talk about why. This might be wrong or it might be right. I didn't do too good in this tournament. I had, I think, 13 wins and 13 losses. So I was right in the middle of the pack. But my philosophy in a format with one hit kills like this, I want the enemy to be able to take as little swings at me as possible. I don't want to have to dodge or parry or block, 3, 4, 5 hits that can potentially end the match. So sometimes I do just go in and send it and just try to win immediately. Now, a lot of times it fails and I do get punished for it, but I've been thinking about it ever since then. I wonder, because I was thinking the best defense is a good offense. If I'm only giving them, 0 to 1 chances to actually attack me and I take the initiative and try and win, is that the best way to do it? It still makes sense to me when I put it that way, but considering my relatively, meek performance, I'm not too sure. And I do want to point out, this is the only guy that didn't want to shake my hand or fist bump or, give a little hug or whatever after the match. I'm like, damn, did I do something to this guy? Does he not like me? I have no idea. And I don't know this person. I've never really spoken to them. So I hope I didn't do anything to piss him off or anything. I don't know if he didn't shake anyone else's hand, but it's just something that I noticed, I guess. I have no idea why this recording specifically doesn't have any sound, but all the other fights do. So I guess I'll just voice over this actual match because there's no audio anyways. Um, I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this one. I did win it, but note the odd way that this fighter stands and holds their head back. I had been assuming the whole tournament that this was just to make it harder to get a kill shot to the head, but I don't know really what they were thinking. I didn't talk to them, but yeah, that's all I have to say about this one.
Mike.
Cable, are you ready? Sure. Yep. 1, 14.
Ready. No shadows. All right.
On guard.
Cut to the head for 5, 23. Victory by death for 5. Thank you, fighters.
Damn, another really unsatisfying, pretty much instant defeat without doing anything. I am going to point out I suck at video editing. So the little blue targeting reticle in the center of the screen, some of these images, that's just in my video editor. I don't know how to get rid of that. So just ignore it. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not putting it there intentionally. But yeah, obviously I'm getting a little bit better at video editing over time. But I'm not really like a YouTuber. But by the way, like the video because I'm staying up really late to make this shit and I gotta work tomorrow. So, but I'm having fun doing it. I just want to make the best kind of HEMA videos I can, and I want to make this stuff digestible and understandable for non-practitioners. Because whenever I show this stuff to someone that doesn't do HEMA, sometimes they miss the attacks or they don't. I don't know. People tell me they don't really know what they're looking at. So I'm trying to do the best I can here.
Salute. On guard. Fight.
On deck is 6 and 18.
Table. Judge.
Oh!
What's your number? 9. Salute. On guard. Fight.
Shallows on 23. 0. Shallows on 28. 2. Kill shots on 23. 1. Yes. Kill shots on 28. 0. Agreed. Victory by death. 28.
Well, you can't really see it in the image, but he is chopping me in the head here. So, yeah, another loss. I do remember being afraid of this guy. I don't know why. I didn't even watch him. Something about his jacket just looked intimidating. I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to fuck with that guy. There's not even any specific reason. Oh, yeah. I figured out how to get rid of the little blue reticle, by the way, so it should be gone now. Now I feel dirty for begging for likes in the last thing. Ignore that. It's just as annoying for me as it is for everybody else when people on YouTube say that, but here I am doing it now.
Very hydrate.
On guard.
Hydrate.
Yeah, I just had a sip. I'm gonna take a sip in a minute.
14. Salute.
Oh! Fight!
Yeah, I'm trying to fence from the behind.
All right. Nothing. All right. Nothing. All right. Kills on 23.
I'm so glad we got
Yes,
maybe
so-
for next year.
Are you like that? All right, kill on 20. I saw thrust was in, so I'm gonna call it double. Double, both dead.
I just want to get into shit until then.
Well, it happened again. He hit me with the classic, dead instantly. This has really taught me that I have to work on my sudden approaches. There's no two ways about it. This keeps happening to me. So I can see that I'm telegraphing some of my attacks. People seem to be able to tell very easily when I'm going to come in and strike. So I can learn something from this experience. I've got to get better at that, and I will. Making these videos is a good chance to heavily examine the footage, see what I'm doing wrong, examine all of the small movements in the arms and the legs, and I'm telegraphing my strikes too much. There's no two ways about it. Also, I wanted to say, obviously I'm slowing down some of the sword action and all of these clips. Some of them are slowed to half speed, some of them are slowed to 1/4 speed. It's to make the fights more understandable and to more easily see what is blocked, what is parried, and who is getting hit and in what location. I hope it's not too annoying, but I think it makes the video more easy to understand. But yeah, they're not all slowed at the same speed. So if sometimes we seem way slower than other times, that's why. And to be honest with you, I'm just too lazy to go back and put them all at one consistent slowdown speed. But hey, sometimes you need 1/4, sometimes you need 50%. I guess it depends on the clip.
On guard, fight. Fight down, fight down.
Victory to 4. Thank you, guys.
13 and 28, you're on deck for
Shallows on 18.
You just knew how much they were going to circle.
Shallows on 23. 0. Kill on 18. No. Kill on 23.
12. 2. Salute.
I saw 23. Cut 18's head. That's what I called the Get skated off the map.
Oh!
You saw nothing in 23 on 18. What did you see on? I said, what did you see on 23? Nothing? Then I'm going to call it. All right. All right, so I'm going to call the kill condition of 23 had a cut to the side of 18's head. It glanced off because bumpers do that, but I'm still going to call it an in. So victory by death for 23. Thank you, fighters.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really see anything that happened in this fight, so I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't remember it. It's very unclear in the video, so I mean, I won, and I only know that because you can hear what the judge says at the end of the fight. But yeah, I don't know what happened here.
Ready. Fight.
Shallows on 16. 0. Shallows on 23. Oh! 1. Kill on 16. Yep, that's the neck. All right, kill on 23. No. Victory by death for 23. Thank you, fighters. That's the round.
Kill shots. Kill shots. Double death.
Now here we go. This is the kind of match I like to see. I don't know. This one was easy. I just stuck him in the neck, and it just worked. I do want to point out, I didn't get to record every match I did in this tournament, but thankfully, I think I missed an even number of wins and losses. That is to say, I think I got one win that I did not record, as well as one loss that I did not record. There might have been a third. I don't remember, but I don't think so. And I don't remember if either match that I didn't record was very good because I was just so in the moment. It is really hard to manage a camera and a tripod while you're in between matches doing this shit, by the way. But yeah, so I didn't get every match, but I don't know. Yeah, this was an easy one to make up a little bit for, the times where I was, just hitting the head after doing nothing. And I'm not insulting this guy, and I want to make it clear, I'm not insulting anyone in this video. This format is really, really, really hard. Nobody is immune to just getting, poked in the chest or swat in the head. It happens. And normally in HEMA, it's not, you don't have the touch of death. You're going to points. You're going to 7 points or 9 points or 11 points. And, not to say that most of the time the best fencer will, still win, of course. But I just want to say that I'm not, you know, this is really hard for everybody.
On guard. Fight.
On deck.
Alright. Shallows.
On your stage, guys.
Alright. Kill on 23. Kill on 14.
Yes.
Okay, well, here we go. This is the first match of the tournament that I ended up being really salty about. This one stung, and it still stings. Because, you know, we're towards the end of the tournament. I'm tired. I'm desperate for a win. And it looks here like he got me with a kill shot to the head. Now, this swing went right over my head. I did not feel it. And in the video clip, it looks like it went over my head, but you got to freeze it. It's hard to see. But you can see the amount of overswing that he has. It missed. And then he swings again at the head, and again, it goes over me. I like to say and think that I ducked it intentionally, but I really couldn't tell you whether it was intentional or not. Anyways, we're about to do another pass because the judges couldn't conclusively agree that someone was defeated. And watch carefully what happens in this next bout between this individual and myself.
Brandon. What did you say the kill shot on 23? Salute. That final result? Alright. That makes it over. Alright. Go. Alright, no. Alright, no score. Free fighting. Francis ready?
Yes.
Salute. On guard.
Oh!
Alright. Okay. Shallows on 14. 1. Shallows on 23. Nothing. Alright. Kills on 14. 0. Kill on 23. Yes. Touch to the head. Alright. Agreed. So victory by death to 14. Victory by death.
4. Death 6. There was one shallow against 4.
And there you have it, right here in this image. You can see my sword bending because the tip is pressed into his torso. I held it there for what felt in the moment like forever, even though it was only a fraction of a second. His blade is clearly against my crossguard. I got my tip right on his stomach as he's coming towards me, and no one called it, no one cared, no one saw it. I sound salty, and it's because I am. Look, I got the loss on paper. Just let me bitch in my YouTube video. I'm sorry. The guy came up to me after the tournament, and he acknowledged this. I'm trying not to be too much of a baby about it. You can see me shaking my head after this pass happened. And there's a moment of hesitation after this little exchange. Like, I kind of step back, and I'm like, what? No one's going to say anything. But, you know, HEMA's an imperfect sport. It is what it is. You know, I'm not... I like I said, I'm not trying to sound like too much of a baby. He earned his win. But God damn it, I earned a couple more wins too.
Judges ready. 10. 23. Salute. On guard. Fight.
On deck is 8:27 for ring 1. Fighting is 2.
No shallows, right? Alright. Kill on 23. Yes, you saw kill on 23, so I'll touch the head. Alright, kill on 10.
I got you. Focus when you go.
Yes, alright. Double. They're both dead. Thank you, fighters.
This is the other really salty match of the tournament. Back to back. I was not feeling good at this point. How is this a draw? I mean, it wasn't a loss, it was a draw, but how is this a draw? What did he hit me with? Like, I'm watching this back in slow-mo. I don't see him hit me, much less kill me. I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. How did this guy get a kill shot on me? Where? When? I just don't see it.
Fight.
Rules is
Hold.
kill 3 points for retreat at the same time. I believe
Shallows on 12.
it's
0. Shallows on 23.
That's right. It's a
0.
draw.
Kill condition on
This player
12.
receives a death.
Unclear. Kill condition on
It's
23.
a loss
So a draw
and
cut to the
death.
neck. All right.
3 and you see shallow.
All right. So victory by death for 12. Thank you, fighters.
Kind of weird.
23. I saw some contact. We have one.
You know, this is the last one that I got really salty about, and all three of them were in a row right at the end of the tournament. I have to say, I flip-flopped on this match because I did get a draw cut to my neck. I will say, at the time when this happened, I didn't feel it. I didn't even know she cut my neck. But with all the protective equipment on, that happens, blah, blah, blah. I see it in the footage, so I understand why. However, I thought that I had won this match up until I heard that I had lost. My sword is on her neck here before her sword even connects with me. And, you know, I get it. Maybe the edge alignment isn't perfect. It looks like it slid off of her mask, or maybe her hand, because her hand's kind of in the way. But I thought that I had won this at the time. It looked like I just hit her in the head, or at least the neck. But I didn't even get a shallow. This was just ruled as nothing. My sword is over her shoulder. It looks like it's touching the side of her mask. How the fuck was this not even a shallow? How did they miss this? God damn it. Like, the whole end of the tournament, my shit started falling apart because of this fucking judging bullshit. God damn. But she did get the draw cut on my neck. She did. And I didn't know it at the time until I looked back and saw this in the footage. But it looks like I did hit her in the head right before that happened. And if I didn't hit her in the head, it's only because she let go of her sword and threw her arm up in the way. Which, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, you're not supposed to do. Or at least you're supposed to be penalized for doing that. Because, yeah, if you just throw your arm in front of your face and then hit the other person in the head, yeah, you can get a kill shot that way and still protect yourself. But goddamn, I mean, you can see it right here. And yeah, she draw cuts my throat after this happens. But what? Give me a fucking shallow, man. Come on, give me a shallow hit. Don't give me a kill shot. You can see, you can hear in the footage. Shallow hits, you know, from 23 or whatever. I'm 23, nothing, 0. I didn't even hit her. I'm like, what? I thought after this happened in real life, I was like, oh, fuck. I got that one in the bag.
23? Yep. You. Salute. I'm done. Fight. Oh! Set. Shallows. Shallows. Kill shot. Kill shot. Double death.
And thus ends the tournament run. At least this was better than the last 3 fucking matches. Pretty much just the definition of a draw. We stabbed each other in the neck at the same time. I mean, maybe you could argue I stabbed slightly first or slightly harder. My sword looks really goddamn bent here. but so does his. I mean, I don't know. It felt like this happened at the exact same time to me. Whatever. I'm happy to call it a draw. I'm pretty sure we would have both died normally. But yeah, there you go. And there is the end of my really, really long video. I'm worried now that I over edited this, and I made it too long, and nobody's gonna want to watch it now. But whatever. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I stayed up really late, and it was a huge pain in the ass to do this, but I had a lot of fun with it. And if people like it, I will probably do something similar in the future. I've got another tournament in about 2 weeks, but I don't know that I'm going to record all those matches because it is really hard to focus on recording and competing at the same time. God, I got fucking frustrated watching those last 3 matches in a row. I'm really happy I went. It was a very fun tournament, but it was a reminder of why I left feeling so frustrated. If you disagree with my take on 1 or even 2 of those matches, hopefully you think at least one of the rulings on those, last 3 before this one was kind of bullshit. Fuck, man. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Give me a like if you think I deserve it. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a future video.